Okay, so here's our next step. So what I went ahead and did is I have a photo reference of the Catalina Mountains. Another good, those are in Tucson. Another good one that you can use is the Sandia Mountains, which are in New Mexico. And so what I did is for the top here, I started by just putting in this beautiful pinkish red color. And I'm using cadmium red as the red. I have Hansa yellow as well, uh, which is kind of a cooler tone, but I think it's good because it forces me to, work for my bright color. And I'm just going through, and what I'm noticing is that there's sort of a bright kind of the Sandia Mountains are that means watermelon. So this watermelon pink is also something similar to what you would see in the Catalina Mountains in Arizona. Um, uh, what you can see right now is really how powerful the underpainting is. Because, like, this area right here is the underpainting. This is the underpainting. All of this is the underpainting. I'll pan over. And so, laying these colors on top, they're more chromatic, meaning they're more colorful, as opposed to the brown, which is more of a duller grayer color. And so, laying them on top is a really good way. What I used was the GAC 100, the liquid medium, to make it smoother, and that helped me get the sky color. So once I laid those colors down, I realized this wasn't going to work if I didn't put the sky in. So the sky is a very bright blue. It's just ultramarine with white. It's nothing else. And you cannot get it super smooth with acrylic unless you're super fast and careful, or you use a like a what's called a retarder or a slow drying medium, which I don't have. But this is just a sketch and a tutorial, so it doesn't really matter. But if you had that, you could blend this fairly smooth. I think it looks fine the way it is. Um, I also put this tree line in here, and I want these trees to be warm, and I want that to contrast with this gray plane before you. So the next stages are I'm going to continue to work on these mountains. And so the way it works is you can look at Mojo Dixon. He's really good at doing this, but on one side where the light is hitting, you will see these brights and these beautiful watermelon reds. Then in the shadow area is this interesting kind of blue periwinkle kind of color. It's different than this one though. It's bluer than this. So I'm going to play with that. It's hard to get right because what can happen is the blue can accidentally come forward, which you want them to if to fall back. So getting that color and tweaking it just right takes a little bit of time. So I'm just going to use a visual reference of a sunset Catalina Mountains or sunset Sandia Mountain, and that gives you really good ideas. Mojo Dixon is also so good and so subtle in how he does those crevices. So I'm going to lay that in, and then once that's done, I need to go in and start working on this area. I want to add the color to this area. And then once I've done that, I can go and start putting all the shrubs and bushes. Then I need to go in and I need to define this because right now it's just, I'll go close, just scrubbing the trees in, scrubbing some dark areas in. Some of this is unfilled. And I just have to go and look at a reference to get some ideas on how I want to establish that. I also want to put some like animals like goats in here somewhere. So I'm going to get started with that.